Alright, we got the day one censorship patch, which seems to be associated with a lot of AAA games now. You get to see something in a trailer, something that you like, you buy the game, oh, it's not there, you're not allowed to see it. And apparently this infuriates many customers, and rightfully so. The business standard is something that's atrocious, and hopefully it will stop happening in the future. But beyond that, we also need to analyze what the censorship is. So you have this character, which 10 years ago would have been completely fine. Like, no one would have batted an eyelid. It's a game rated M for mature. This character is not pornographic, right? It doesn't show any nipples or anything else. It's fine. But apparently not for the modern censor, which, as you can see, added a little bit more clothing, and this is the same for a lot of costumes. So obviously people were upset, and the response from individuals with hammer and sickles and various flags and paraphernalia in the bio was, are you guys really this obsessed with porn? Are you really this obsessed? And to answer the question, no, you moron, it is not about pornography. Like, we're adults, we know where to find porn. Like, last year, a video was trending on YouTube called Wet Ass Pussy. And that had more revealing clothing and more revealing attire with real women doing sexually explicit stuff. And that was fine, right? Like that was on the trending parts of YouTube. But for some reason you want me to believe that this is not fine. In the age of OnlyFans, in the age where I know where to find titillating stuff on the internet, do you honestly think that people are upset because of this? No, they're not upset because of this. Like, it's not even about the clothing, because both are fine. No, the issue that people are upset is because we want to show that we disavow from our community this cancerous, fringe, radical, extremist ideology that's coming from California. There are some really nasty people that have formed cliques that are now grifting the AAA gaming companies that are instilling their ideology and their beliefs and are subjecting other people to them by lying to the publishers and saying, hey, we actually understand the market. The market doesn't like this anymore. This is literal rape. So if you guys want to be good, decent people, you need to pay us hundreds of thousands of dollars so we can tell you how to design characters. And what we want is naked chest Astarion. We want actual pornography in The Last of Us 2. We want bear sex in Baldur's Gate 3. We want to see The Witcher naked. But you know what? We actually decided that we absolutely despise and we hate straight white men because this is what we learned in universities and on Tumblr. So anything that remotely would appeal to the straight white man as a customer, we want it removed from the game. And you're going to pay us money so we can do this. Because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. And this is why these people are seething on Twitter, because they are losing their money. This is not even ideological at this point for most of these people. And these people, I mean journalists, especially video game journalists, community managers, people that are in various consultancy groups, some developers and artists from AAA studios. All of them have formed a clique and are trying their best in order to suck all the resources from these video gaming companies. And you notice that these video game companies are now raising the price for the product. Games are more expensive than they have ever been. They have less content than they ever had. They're riddled with bugs, and we're lucky if they even work on day one. They have to do all these predatory business practices like, hey, pay $120 and you can play 3 days early access. They have mountains of DLC. And they have community managers that are insulting and disparaging to the customers that have the audacity to complain. So here you have a game that's coming from South Korea, and it's actually showing, wait, you don't need to do any of that. You know, just make what the market wants. Like, the market doesn't want your nonsense. Like, what they want is what worked in the 90s, what worked in the early 2000s, what worked in the early 2010, what's working in Japan now, what's working in China. It always worked. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just put a pretty lady as the action hero, give her a sword so that she slices stuff, and that's it. And people will buy it, because that what worked throughout human history. And these grifters, they're horrified. It's like, holy shit, if this game is famous, it's going to expose us. And it's going to show that we don't know what we're talking about. It's going to show that our click and nepotism is what's actually damaging art in modern day. So they're doing their best in order to try to sabotage this game. When the journalists got the ability to review the game, they did their best in order to find something that was remotely offensive. And the fact that they impose their standards upon us, that they're pretending that most people who see the graffiti on a wall that says hard R are going to be so horrified that they're not going to buy the game is absolutely ridiculous. I even did this experiment. I got a couple of my friends I showed who don't know anything about politics, they don't care, and I just showed them the picture and I was like, do you find anything offensive? And they literally didn't. Like, one person said, is it vandalism that's offensive because there's graffiti on the wall? And like, no, that's not it. No one even got the idea that hard art is supposed to be offensive. The journalists just made it up. They made up this controversy because they want this game to fail. They're doing everything they can in order to get this game to fail. And it has become a culture war. Unironically so, because people want to show, like the weirdos are in the minority. The ones that go watch porn, go touch grass, they're fringe extremist minority. They do not reflect us from the gaming community. They are not the customer. They're very loud because they have access to various journalistic websites, but when you look at it, those journalistic websites barely manage to get any views. Meanwhile, Twitch streamers like Asmongold, even people like me and Arch Warhammer, we got more subscribers, we got more viewers than Kotaku has. So, this is why they're upset. It's because we're getting vocal. And we're actually showing, for every single person that says, oh, go touch grass, oh, you coomer, there's 1,000 other people telling him to shut up. So now there's a petition. Now, I usually do not suggest for people to sign petitions or whatnot, but this petition is made by Grooms. And he does have a track record at turning the tide when it comes to censorship, and he also talks with the CEO of Stellar Blade. So, if anything, having this petition grow in numbers also shows that the number of people that like heroines like Eve from Stellar Blade are vastly more numerous than the number of people that like the bear sex in Baldur's Gate 3. And it also makes them go really freaky on Twitter. Like they get really upset about this. I found it interesting that only fangirls especially go upset about this. It's almost like it's competition. It's like, no, what are you doing? Like, you're a man. You're not supposed to play lewd video games. You're supposed to give me money. And watch me. That's your role in society. You can't just like sexy female characters like the ones you grew up with, such as Tomb Raider or Scarlet from Mortal Kombat. No. That's bad. No, you need to give me money. So I find it hilarious. Let me know what you guys think. I will put a link to the petition in the bottom, in the comment section. And I'll see you guys there. Take care.